Sorry.
It's quite amazing what a difference it makes to a club. Tell us what it's been like this week.
Week's a long time in footy, isn't it? No, the good thing was it's satisfying and pleasing, I guess, for the side to string together 4 consistent quarters of footy. I think in the first 3 weeks of the season we showed we were good in patches, but for whatever reason fell away in a number of areas, and the results reflected that.
Does it feel like you can start the season now in a way, given that you've got that under the belt?
It's not ideal starting the season 4 weeks in, but no, it is nice. It's definitely nice to get that first win on the board, and it'd be even better to get a first win on our home deck this weekend against a side that's been in good form. They've won the 2 games, they've been competitive in every game, and we did get a good look at them at the end of pre-season. So they've got some talent right across the board. That'll be another challenge for us this week.
Scott, what about yourself? I think 250 this week?
Yeah.
Massive achievement. It must be a huge thrill for you.
Probably means a number of things. 1, I'm getting older. 2, I've been lucky enough or good enough to get picked that many times, or the coach has been silly enough to pick me that many times. But it's definitely something, when I hang up the boots, I'll definitely be proud of, that's for sure.
You had 32 last week,
Yep.
best game of the season, no doubt. Must have been nice to get back into some form that you know you can still produce that kind of form.
Yeah, that's right. And I guess the good thing was it was a great team effort. Like, we didn't have any passengers last week, and if we're going to have any success going forward as a team, we need everyone contributing. If we have weighted numbers, I believe we can get the job done most weeks.
What's the journey been like to reach 250 games?
Yeah, it's been long. It's been long. Started out at Melbourne back in 2001, which I spent the first 4 years there, and I'm thankful that they gave me the opportunity to play at this level. I really enjoyed my time there, but had a few unlucky injuries over my first few years there, which probably set me back a little bit, and after those 4 years just wanted a fresh start and found that here with the Adelaide Footy Club, and I've really enjoyed my time here since. It's been great.
You're obviously closer to the end than you are the beginning.
As we'll see. Definitely.
Have you had much time to think how close it is, or are you just generally not sure?
Well, I'm contracted for this year and next, and beyond, I can't answer that right now. We'll have to wait and see what happens, but definitely still enjoying my footy. We'll enjoy it more if we can string a few wins together, but I don't think too far ahead, to be honest.
How much does it bug you that you haven't played in the grand final?
Yeah, that's one thing that does annoy me quite a bit. I'd dearly love to play in a premiership before retirement does come along. I guess you get to my stage, and in my 14th year now, it's something you crave. It's really what you play footy for. It's a team sport. You want to enjoy the ultimate success with the group of guys that you do all the hard training and hard work with. You'd love to get to that last week in September and hold the cup up with them. There's no doubt about that.
Scotty, I know you get asked every week, but saw him out the back before. He looks like a cat on a hot tin roof.
Yep.
Tex, you just must be itching to have him back in the team.
Now I need to watch what I say here, because last time I was in here I said he was going to play that week. But he's training really well. I know they're really flogging him at the moment to get the miles into the legs, doing a heap of change of direction type stuff to really test the knee out. But he looks in really good nick, and I'm not going to say when he's going to play because I don't really know. But when he's right, he'll play. Whether it be in a couple of weeks or a month's time, I'm not sure. Yeah.
How big your plus will be to get Tom Lynch back though?
Oh, huge. He's the sort of player that reads the game really well. If he gets selected this week, it'd be great to have him back in the side. Performed strongly last week in the SANFL side. So, his shoulders recovered really quick, which is good for him, and it'd be great to see him back out there.
What does he do for the structure of the side when he's in there?
Like I said, the way he reads the game is really good, so his running patterns make him really hard to match up on. He's an outlet player for us a number of times, and we're going forward with our ball movement. So he does help us out with those key areas, and he's just this sort of bloke that gets everyone up and about, so he's great to have on the side.
So I know everyone's looking at GWS and knowing at one point like Gold Coast, they're going to come really hard.
Yeah.
Have you seen more improvement in them over the start of this year and see that they are along that path really well?
Yeah, absolutely. And as I said before, we had a good look at them towards the end of the pre-season, and they've got a lot of talented kids in their side, and there's no doubt in the coming years that they're going to be one of the forces of the AFL, and some big key forwards, talent in the midfield, and some young talent down back, which they've added to with some experience in Hunt and Shaw this year. So it's going to be a good challenge for us. They've won the 2 games, as I said, and one of them being Sydney, who I still think are a really good side. Form's been a bit up and down, but we're going to have to be at our best again and put 4 quarters together if we want to win on the weekend.
So what's been the key to consistency over the years?
My consistency? Yeah. I think you get to a stage in your career where you understand your body and I've got to a stage where I know my body really well. I know the training I have to get in, or prepare, and the training workload I have to get in before each game, throughout the summer and the pre-season months, so I can get to the start of a season knowing I've done the work to get myself through.
You were sore last year, obviously. You played through pain and interrupted pre-season this year.
Mm-hmm.
How have you managed? How's your body right now?
It actually feels quite good. Yeah, it's been documented that I had a slow start to the summer. Spent most of the first half of it indoors doing cross training, but I do feel really good. I've fixed up a few niggles that I did have last season, but they're all behind me now, and my body's feeling good.
And the irony of obviously playing for Adelaide when you grew up a Magpies fan.
I still cop that from some people actually. I've got some family members that are Mad Port supporters, and whenever there is a showdown on, they say play well, but we hope you lose. But
How do you feel about that being a long-term representative for Adelaide?
Don't even think about it, to be honest. That was a long time ago now. I went through the Magpies junior grades and played a handful of 19s and reserves games for them before moving to Melbourne. Always did keep an eye on the Magpies through the SANFL, but it's something I don't think about too much nowadays, no.
When you played Port in a showdown?
No, there's nothing now. It's like I said, it's a long time ago. This is my 14th season and my 10th season back at Adelaide, and it's what it's like. As soon as you walk into the door, either the Adelaide Footy Club or the Port Adelaide Footy Club, there's that instant rivalry where it's almost ingrained. You're not meant to like the opposition down the road, so the feeling's probably mutual from both ends, I guess.
Have you afforded yourself any time this week yet to sort of reminisce and let the milestone sink in a little bit?
Not really, no. I'd like to say yes, but it's funny because there's so many things at the start of a week where you focus on the opposition, you review the weekend's game, you don't have too much time to think about what else is going on. So it's funny because you play X amount of games and it's come up quite quick, and it's something I haven't thought about too much. The only time I do think about it, I guess, if I've got family and mates that bring it up and have a bit of chit chat about it, but otherwise all the energy goes into GWS this weekend.
You talked about craving the flag. How realistic do you think you can be a contender this season?
We've won one game. We've won one game, so that pretty much answers the question. 1 and 3, it's a long season. I'm hoping we can really kickstart things now and take a lot of confidence out of the weekend's game that we've proven to ourselves we can string consistent footy together and put it together over 4 quarters. So we just need to continue to do that, and I think the results will look after himself. How far it takes us, who knows?
Is 300 a possibility for you? You've got 2 more years contract, that'll take you to close to 290 odd.
I'm going to go have a chat to David Noble and see if I can milk a 3rd year.
Is it a possibility though?
Well, I don't know. I'm contracted this year and next, and the club might not want me after that. See how my body's feeling after that. There's a lot of factors you have to consider.
It's a bit off topic, but I heard Carlton, Andrew Walker and then Malthouse both describe themselves as a quiet football team in the last couple of days, and I guess rating is a bit of an issue in their start. How do we compare in terms of voice on the field?
Oh, no, I don't think we're lacking in that area. No, not an issue at all.
About the changes since you've started, Scott, is there anything about the modern game that you don't really like? 14 years,
It has changed a lot, yeah. It's a lot more time consuming now, but there's a lot more media scrutiny. Everything you do with footy, every game's analysed over and over and over. I don't know how many different footy shows are on TV. Training's completely different to what it was. Meetings are completely different. There's so much more you do outside of just footy training that is different from when I first started. A lot of things now where you log in on a computer each morning and tell them how you're feeling, how the body's feeling, whereas when I started, you just rocked up and trained and had a few meetings here and there. But, it's definitely still enjoyable. For the young guys coming in, they know no different. So it's a great environment to be around, but the game's changed a lot. The speed of the game's gone up. Rotations have gone up and up and up over the years, which they've finally capped now. But, it's going to be forever changing, I think.